9th May to elect a new National Assembly along with the provincial legislature, which has now given an unprecedented result. For the first time in the 30 years history of a democratic South Africa, the African National Congress, a party which has ruled the African nation for the past 30 years, has lost its majority after the nation recorded the lowest ever voter turnout. Let's take a look at this report to know and understand what happens next in the African nation.
The African National Congress, which has been the ruling party of South Africa since the end of apartheid, has lost its parliamentary majority for the first time in 30 years. While the ANC emerged as the largest party, it has received only 40% vote, well short of majority. And for the first time since the end of apartheid in 1994, the once dominant party will need to make a deal with other parties to form a coalition government to cross the 50% majority mark needed to elect the president. The centrist Democratic Alliance has come second, followed by MK Party, the left-wing populist party led by former President Jacob Zuma, which came third. The bigger concern for the political parties, however, is the voter turnout has been on the decline in South Africa, with only 16.2 million votes being cast during the recent polls, resulting in a voter turnout of 58.64%, the lowest ever in South Africa's 30-year democratic history.
It's just me exercising my democratic rights as a young person, making my voice heard. You know, we want to see change, we want to see a better country, a better future for all of our young ones that are following us.
South Africa follows a parliamentary form of government where they elect the 400 members of the National Assembly, who then elect the president by a simple majority of 201 or more votes. The seats in the 400-member National Assembly are proportionately allocated based on election results. South Africa's current president, 71-year-old Cyril Ramaphosa, has indicated he will not resign following the ANC's poor performance at the polls. The election results indicate a coalition government for the African nation. The ruling African National Congress for the first time is searching for partners to form a government, and talks have begun with potential partners to form a new South African government. Meanwhile, time for ANC to form a stable government is running out, as the newly elected National Assembly must hold its first sitting within 14 days of the election results, where members will be sworn in and the speaker elected.
This is a time for sober minds. Even here inside, we are not going to go in and think that we think alike. We're not, dealing with the discussions from a point of view of locking ourselves into one option. And we're looking at all and various options.
The South African results have again highlighted the power of the voter in a democratic nation. The voters, angered by economic stagnation, high unemployment, crime and power blackouts, made their voice heard in the elections last month.
They had the chance, they ruined it, and now they've got no choice but to do it.
It's quite interesting to see how it's going to all turn out, but I think it's going to be very great to see how the government is going to put South African first, right? Being the party that has dominated over 30 years, and now pairs with different perspectives from different parties. Hopefully it might shift certain things, because sometimes we stay too much on our own narratives mindset, right? So I think working with other parties might help them to adapt to certain policies from other parties that might be very beneficial for everyone.
As the anticipation builds about who will be part of new government in South Africa, the winner remains the voter.
We will take a small break here and be back with more Global South stories on the other side. Keep watching.
In a world that never stops, where information shapes our reality, one app stands out, helps you stay ahead of time.